Here are the 7 things I stopped buying in order to build wealth and to stop trading time for money and working for someone else. Number 1 is fast fashion. I remember in my 20s when I was living in the city and going out all the time, my girlfriends and I would go and find an outfit for the weekend. And imagine every time you do that, it's like $60 every weekend. So if you just stopped buying a new outfit every time you're gonna go out, imagine the money you would save, and imagine the textile waste we would save. Not only is fast fashion terrible for the environment, textile waste is becoming an issue because, let's be real, the quality is terrible. It will not last probably beyond that weekend. And so my solution would be to host a clothing swap. Get a bunch of your girlfriends together and swap out clothes you don't want anymore. What is that saying? Another person's trash can be another person's treasure. Try that. Number 2 is, this might seem very obvious to some people, but for certain things, I've stopped buying new. And what I mean by that is, I was moving around so much in my early 30s, and I remember I purchased so many of those IKEA Kallax shelves for apartment to apartment, and I just cringe at all the money I've lost. There's so many places to buy used items, and I just discovered this world of Facebook Marketplace or all these buy nothing groups. So there are these groups on Facebook called buy nothing groups where some people are just genuinely trying to declutter and they want their stuff out of their house. They're just giving it away for free. I just love this because it's sustainable. We're not just throwing it into the trash. Someone else needs it and we'll make use of it. The solution is, if you need something new, like you're looking for a new dresser or something specific, scour Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, put it up on social media. You never know who of your friends has it and doesn't even want it. Some people buy something and it never works out for them and it's just sitting in their closet, and they would love for someone else to make use of it. Number 3 is, this might sound weird, but we don't really eat out on the weekdays. I just personally like having my routine. I think of weekdays as school, work, and we have the daily routine that we want to stick to. So what I actually do is I save all my eating out for the weekend, because in my head, I just think I'm gonna enjoy it more. I'm gonna be more relaxed and it's more fun that way. So yeah, my solution would be to cook once, eat twice. So make a big batch of whatever you're making and then eat half of that today, and then half of that you freeze for a later meal. And that is just life-changing. You're welcome. Number 4 is, I don't purchase impulse items. I know when we say impulse items, you probably think of that kid at the store at the register and they're like on the floor crying for the candy that they want. But let's be honest, adults are the worst at this. If you don't go to the market with a list, or if you're hungry and you go to the market, that entire shopping trip is done. Like, those are all impulse items. If you agree, hit that like button. The solution for this would be, for example, if I go to the market, I always have a list. I have a list of what I'm gonna make that week, what I need, and I don't really go off of that list. Another solution is, if it's something that, like a want item, if you're shopping somewhere and you see it, I do this to my kids and I say, take a picture of it and we can put it on your next birthday list or Christmas list. So do the same thing. Take a picture of it and put it in your notes on your phone and see if you actually really want this later. Most likely you don't. You'll forget about it, just like my kids. So that's a good trick to slow down and completely stop the impulse purchases. Watch until the end and I'll tally this all up and just show you how much wealth you can build by just following these tips today. Another thing that I stopped buying is sale items. So if my friends and family watch this, they're gonna be like, are you crazy? You love sale items. I do. I love a good deal. But what I mean is, I no longer go out of my way to shop a sale if I don't need it. I am a marketer's dream. Those emails that you get that are announcing that there's a sale this weekend and only once a year and for a limited time, that is to create this sense of urgency so that you buy it. And let me tell you, I would always do that before. I would always feel like, oh no, it's only on sale this week and I have to get it because I'm saving money. I use this anyways, right? But what I've realized is true wealth and riches, it doesn't come with hoarding things and stocking up. And actually that just adds to like the mental load of having clutter. So what I did is delete all those emails, unsubscribe to all these store emails, and let me tell you, that is such a game changer. It just mentally feels much better. You don't even realize how much it distracts you until it's gone. Number 6, another thing I don't buy is books. So my daughter is an avid reader. She loves books, like loves books. That's all she requests. And yeah, it is a great thing. What's not great is buying every single book and storing. It's just 1, a lot of money, 2, a lot of space. The solution would be to use your library. I love to take her to our local library and borrow books. For the ones that we truly love, we want to read again, or I'm just like, okay, this is my favorite book, then I will buy a hard copy of those and keep that. But for the most part, you do not have to buy books. Also, what I did this summer with my girlfriends is we were all going on trips. So we just asked each other, hey, what are you reading? And it ends up being like, oh, I just finished this. So then we just did a book swap. Another solution is a lot of people don't know, but there's an app called Libby. And you can actually link your library card and download the audio version of books too. So it's amazing. Try it. The last thing I do not buy anymore to build my wealth is I don't pay for high maintenance self-care. And what I mean is things like getting my nails done, getting my hair done every 6 weeks, lashes. Don't get me wrong, everyone has their priorities and values. And for me, it's just not high on my priority list. But yeah, I just remember going to get my hair done after my second baby was born. It started in my head as a good, oh, I'm gonna treat myself and go get my hair done. But honestly, I'm just one of those people, I cannot sit in a chair for 5 hours, and that just really changed the game for me. Not only is it expensive, but it's just 5 hours away from like family time or chill time. Like I'd rather spend my time elsewhere. The solution for me is I'll do those things on as needed basis, like a special occasion. If I'm going to a wedding, then yeah, I'm gonna go get my nails done. But on a everyday, monthly, it's just not high on my priority list. And so if you made it this far, I did promise you that I was going to show you how much wealth you can build just by following these tips and stop buying these things. So yeah, let's run the numbers. Let's say on average, these tips save you $1,000 a month, which I know a lot of you are gonna eye roll and be like, no ways, but you'd be surprised at what you spend mindlessly when you are not really thinking about it. So just bear with me and agree with me for the sake of example. So let's say it's $1,000 a month that you save. Let's break that up weekly. That's $250 weekly. And if you invest $250 weekly with, let's just be conservative with a return rate of 5.5%, in 30 years, that will put you just under $1 million. Just by not buying these things anymore. So if you want to build wealth even faster, then you should watch this next video and avoid these big money mistakes.